My name is Yanga Duma. I come from East London, Mdantsane, the home of legends. I'm a husband to one beautiful wife, Yanga Duma, and a father to Oyindanda, one smart guy. I'm currently the founder and CEO of If Insurance Intermediary, operating in Cape Town. We are a brokerage business. Our core business is funeral and life insurance. Perhaps I'll explain the how by answering the why of the business, which I think is critically important. So there I was working for one of the biggest insurance businesses in 2015 as a broker, financial advisor, other people may call it. At home, I would be seeing clients from point A to point B. I found that it was highly pricey for an ordinary African person to cover all their entire family for funeral insurance costs. It was unbearably high. And for me, establishing the business, it was just an answer to be a protest to the high costs of funeral insurance. I went out seeking an underwriter that will redefine the space so that our people can have disposable income back in their pockets, so they can be able to focus and build a financial plan that will be able for them, for instance, to spend on investments, on all other things that are developmental, without a budget that is squeezed by funeral policies. Secondly, the business was born out of pain. I sadly lost my father in August of 2015. Unprepared financially, and again in the month following, in September, I lost my sister. As I mentioned before, the prices of funeral insurance were not allowing an ordinary professional like myself, who's employed with a stable job, to be able to cover everyone in the family. So death came as a surprise when it comes to my finances. So I established If Insurance based on those two. One, as a protest to the costs of funeral insurance. Secondly, to make sure that I'm prepared when that painful moment comes in the family. It's normally said that any business that can succeed in the Western Cape, you can succeed anywhere. For the last 4 or 5 years, we've operated in the Western Cape and we've tested our own processes in the business. We feel we are ready. With a staff complement of permanently employed 4 staff members in our office that looks after every back end and front customer facing. We are in 2019 opening our Joburg office that we are enthusiastic about. We're also going into the hub from Johannesburg, which we'll then open an East London office as well in 2020. But really, my vision for the business is that we can establish this business to service all 9 provinces in South Africa, and after 5 years be able to tap into the SADC region as well, because it's so close and there are many people that we can serve there. We are about serving every home. We will not rest until every home can have affordable funeral insurance. Some of the key challenges that I've had to overcome in establishing the business really was to establish a solid team that I can work with. Every successful business is a reflection of its team. And even with the unemployment challenges South Africa faces today, yet you still find talent that is unutilized, but that cannot slot in with a growing company. It's difficult as an SMME to really establish a working team that is strong. So that's one of the challenges that I've had to overcome. And luckily, through some of the CETA funded programs, I've been able to find young black talent that we can slot in and work with in the business. Secondly, establishing a distribution channel for the business. From the digital to all your distribution points where people can find and buy your product. It's been a difficult journey. And I think it talks to growth as well. When you sorted out your distribution points, and your growth is you're going to be able to scale. So distribution and access to markets have been major challenges in growing the business, but we are making headways because we are now expanding in other territories, and our client base is growing, and our clients are becoming the advocates of the business. Our approach to employment and skills development, you see, every business today cannot go without having a clear skills development plan, especially with where our country is when it comes to youth unemployment. We are clear we employ youth. You gotta be young, or maybe if you have a skill that is young at heart. But SETAs have helped us in our journey to make sure that we can have good employees within the business. We've worked with Bank SETA and again with InSETA, which services our line of business, to be able to tap into the young people, be it graduates and those who are coming from colleges, so they can have a way and a door into the financial services industry. I mean, it's a resource that one can make use of, because there is an unemployed young graduate who is paid for by a SETA. So in the business, we look for people who come from the communities that our clients come from, who understand exactly what each of our client goes through, who can speak the language, and we train them, and we are able to also contribute to the youth unemployment. Friends, colleagues, professionals, for me, one piece of advice I could give if you are sitting in a valley of making a decision whether to go into this business thing or not to, I would say to you, if establishing a business was a journey that you can take via a ship, firstly, I would tell you, leave the shore, get onto the ship. They're going to be rough waters, but we don't dwell on the difficulties of the business. That's natural. It comes with it. But when you get to your destination on the other side of the shore, make sure to ban the ship. Because in business, there are no backup plans. Don't be in this business thing thinking, what is my other backup plan? Lose the CV. Forget the other recruitment companies. Stay in the course and fight until the bitter end, and you will surely arrive successfully to your destination and meet your objectives. To get in touch with us, please do visit our website on www.ifinsurance.co.za. We are also available on Facebook under the name If Insurance. We are looking forward to seeing you on the other side of the shore. Keep well.